Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, please just wait like 5 minutes for our audience to join in. Just a few minutes, then we can start. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another educative and exciting series of the Gennex Expose, Series 10.0. My name is Esther Nwadu, your host for today. So today we are looking at a very interesting topic, which revolves around one of our products, the Canadian solar panel. And with me, we have two wonderful people from our partner, the Canadian Solar. The person of Matagwa, the sales manager and engineer.
So if anything, oh, didn't mean 6,000. Esther, I think you.
You're welcome to this series, sir. Gennex Technology is a company that deals with the sales and distribution of solar products, such as the LED, the batteries, the panels. We have solar rechargeable fans of various types. And we also render services such as installation for residents and industries. And we also pride ourselves in our Gennex Solar Academy, which is coming up. The next batch for this year is coming up in the month of March, 23rd of March, 2024. So in the Solar Academy, we train people on how to become self-independent and good installers of solar products. Okay, can you all hear me? All
Okay,
right,
Esther,
now,
can you hear me, Esther?
okay, I can hear you. All right, I would like to introduce.
I think along all the presentation, we were not able to hear you, eh? I don't know. It was
I can hear
catchy.
her. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I can hear you from here.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I can hear you
now
from
we
here.
can hear you.
All right, thank you. I want to welcome us all to this series of the Gennex Expose, which is 10.0. Today, we'll be talking about one of our amazing products, the Canadian Solar. My name is Esther Nwadu, and I'll be your host for today. So along with me to discuss this important topic has some persons from our partner, the Canadian Solar, the person of Have Matago, the sales manager of Canadian Solar. And we also have another facilitator, Havero Vaprizo, engineer technical support, Canadian Solar. So before we move ahead, I would like us to talk about Gennex Technologies. Gennex Technologies is a company here located in Nigeria, Lekki, Ikate, that deals with the sales and distribution of solar products. And we also render services. We also render services in installation of resident and industrial solar solutions. And we also train people. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We
Okay.
can hear you, ma'am.
Gennex also prides itself in its Gennex Solar Academy, where we train upcoming engineers and anyone who aspires to be self-independent and a good solar installer in order to become good engineers. And the first batch for this year is coming up on the 23rd of March this year. I will urge us to kindly visit our website to register. So allow with me to discuss this important topic. I would like to introduce our facilitators one more time in the person of Have Matago. You're welcome to this series, sir.
Thank you so much, Esther.
Then we have another facilitator in the person of Engineer Haveru. You're also welcome, sir.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Esther.
So now I would like to hand over to the first facilitator for this series, which is Harvey Matagu. Please, sir, you can take up from here.
Thank you so much, Esther. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hervé Matangwa. I'm the sales manager for Canadian Solar. I look after the East, Central, and West of Africa. Thank you so much for making time to join us today. I'm going to be sharing my screen quickly so we can okay, Esther, do you mind stop sharing so I can share quickly my screen? Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes, we can
super,
see it.
super. Before I start, most of the time, whenever I go and do some speaking, they always ask me, Canadian Solar, is it a Canadian company? Is it a Chinese company? So let me just jump into it quickly. Long story short, Canadian Solar, it's a Canadian company. Although the owner of the company is Chinese, I'm not gonna start to make the story how did he start, because all we know that he has two dual nationality. He is Canadian and he's Chinese as well. Canadian Solar was founded in 2001, as we can all see here. And then along the years, we are able to ship 110 gigawatt of solar modules and 3 gigawatt hours of battery storage. As you can see, Canadian Solar, it's a big company, over 18,500 employees globally. And then we were able to generate a 27 gigawatt project into the pipeline. The global, and you can see here from 2021 revenue, we make 5.3 billion, and 2022 revenue was 7.47 billion. So that's massive. And as I can see, Canadian Solar, we present in more than 24, 26 countries. As you can see, in Africa, our main office into Africa, is South Africa, where I'm based. And then we have Germany, we have all over the world. So definitely we all around the world. And then I'm going to share this slide here. We can see all the growth from 2013 to 2014. We can see how we've been growing so fast and drastically along the years. And I can tell you, we are over 47% shipment growth from 2013 till now. So definitely that's a massive improvement here. And then here, definitely, I'm going to go on the next slide. The robust capacity structure that we have and the profitability, the bankability of the module. So all we know, Canadian Solar is one of the top solar modules around the world. So definitely, I'm going to make it short. If you guys are looking for any Canadian Solar, you can contact Gennex, our partner in Nigeria. And then I'm going to hand over to Alvaro to go through the technical parts of our presentation. Alvaro?
Yes. Please stop sharing your screen. I will share mine.
Okay.
So thank you everybody to join, and well, I will start talking about the technology, which is let's say TopCon technology, and why is most important technology right now. So you can see my screen, right?
No, we cannot see. Yeah, now we can see.
Yes.
Now? Okay, thank you. So this is a
It's fine now.
Sorry?
No, it's fine. Alvaro, you can carry on. You can see.
Okay. So this is a market share of technologies, talking about technologies. And as you can see, in the past, from 2021 to last year, mono-PERC technology was the mainstream technology. But from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, TopCon is coming. It's coming fast, and it's coming to stay and to be the mainstream technology. I will explain now why. So you can see this is a Canadian solar cell efficiency and different technologies we have worked and we are going to. So you can see how monoperc has been 20%, 23% cell efficiency values, and now they have, let's see, monoperc technology has reached the maximum of efficiency. That's one of the reasons why we are switching to another technologies with more efficiency.
Sorry, Alvaro. Sorry,
Yes?
Alvaro. Sorry, man. A lot of people are complaining there's no sounds. I don't know if Gennex, can you have a look if it's what's going on? Because, okay, some of them are saying the sound is back. Sorry, it's fine. You can carry on. Because they're writing that there's no sound.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, so well, I will continue with this part. As I said, this is a cell efficiency roadmap where monoperc is more or less on the bottom, and we are moving to a more efficient cell technology. Next step is gonna be TopCon because it start developing. It's easy to implement in the manufacturing lines, and it will be the mainstream technology right now. Why this? As I said, has higher efficiency compared with monoperc. We can reach a higher efficiency up to in Canadian solar modules up to 23% right now. This means higher power with the same dimensions. We have a very important topic here. It's a technology improvement, which is has the temperature coefficient, which is lower. This will mean more power at a high temperature performance. For bifacial modules, we have a better bifaciality factor, up to 80%, comparing a 70% of monoperc. And most important thing is that we have a very low degradation compared with monoperc, because we control and there's a very low lead effect. There is an excellent performance of anti-LITD and anti-PID performance, so we can achieve a lower degradations, and we warranty. Our warranty is not more than 1% degradation for the first year, and not more than 0.4% from year number 2 to year number 30. Why this? This is, let's say, the improvements of technology that, together with Canadian solar manufacturing processes, we can achieve a high quality module because we are using some techniques. I'm going to describe a couple. I don't want to get very into detail, but if you have any other question later, we can go back. So we have the cell cutting process. It's a non-destructive cutting, so the cells will be a very smooth cut, so that will reduce the cracks or the crack appearance. We have this soldering technique, so when we weld the cells together, again, as it's a better technique, the cells will suffer less than without other techniques. So we have a better performance, and that also will reduce the stress on the cells and the appearance of microcracks. We have a lot of quality control points throughout all the production line. I will describe later a little bit into detail. And we have introduced in our new cells, in our new TopCon cells, multi-boost bars for minimizing the impact of microcracks. So for small size cells, 182 millimeter cell, we have up to 16 bus bars. And for 210 millimeter cells, we have up to 18. As I told before, performance warranty. TopCon has a less degradation because the way we manufacture this new technology can achieve better results. So you can see here the chart how comparing with standard monoperk degradation and warranties, they are much better, coming up to a maximum or a minimum, in a better way, of power up to 87.4% after 30 years of lifetime. This is achieved because we have an excellent reliability. We perform the IEC tests up to 2 or 3 times. For example, as you can see, the first one, I'm going to go through all. First one, the TC200, it's thermocycle 200 hours. We perform our modules, or we test our modules up to 400 hours, and the results are even much better than monoperk. For example, has a lot less degradation. So in this performance test, we can show and we can see that our modules perform better and has less degradation. Bifaciality, as I said, has a higher value, up to 80%, compared with monoperk up to 70%. This means that when a bifacial module is installed on same conditions than monoperk, will produce more energy. In this case, bifaciality factors or bifaciality performance depends also from the environment. It's not only the module, it's the albedo, it's how high you install the modules on the ground, color of the ground. So it depends on a lot of factors. But in an average, we can say it can produce 1.5% more energy compared with monoperk. The other, I will say, most important benefit of TopCon is the temperature coefficient. This means that the modules will perform worse when temperature is high. So this coefficient determines that at high temperature, TopCon will produce or will have more power than a monoperk, and up to 85 degrees, which is a temperature, a performance temperature that most modules will work in some regions, especially in Africa. We can see that we have a high 4% high power than a monoperk module. This aligned to all our modules are heat resistant, qualified to the IEC 63126 level 1, which is a standard that designs or that qualifies that a module is designed to be efficient working at high temperatures. And as I said, together with the temperature coefficient, makes our modules very good at performing at high temperatures. All this together, what we're going to have, it's a reduction of the LCOE of the installation, and also a cost reduction in the BOS. This is a simulation which you can see that comparing a monoperk module and a TopCon module, we have a 2.3% more energy yield gain, and a cost reduction or a lower LCOE of 2.4%. Here are let's say the simulations we have done all around the world, and results are quite similar. So 2.4, 2.6, And as you can see, it's more or less the same. Again, this is compared with a TopCon module, bifacial TopCon module with a monoperc bifacial module. Let's skip this. One thing I want to talk is the rectangular wafers, a new industry trend. We've been working in the past with square cells. Most common sizes are 182 millimeter cell and 210 millimeter cell. These are, with these cells, we have different modules, different powers, different dimensions. But we have introduced in the past couple of years, a new concept, having more power, increasing a little the size of the cell. And the best way to increase keeping their reliability is doing rectangular cells. So we first introduced this 182R, R stands for rectangular, which in this case is 182 by 191.6, and we can have more power with a little bit more size, but it's something that it's coming. And also another size, I'm explaining this because you will see a lot of products with rectangular cells, so you can understand where they come from. So having these different sizes of cells, we can produce more powerful modules with more or less the same module size. So this is, let's say, the part of the technology. I'm going to start introducing the portfolio. As we have a big portfolio and most modules are more or less the same, here is, let's say, a first sight of what we have. We have modules, let's say, focus on residential side, modules with that are better for commercial and industrial installations, and then we got the biggest modules which are focused for utility. So we have the whole range of sizes and powers, so you can find which matches the best for you. I'm going to start with the smaller modules, residential and CNI application modules, which have these technical features. All are based in 182 millimeter square cells, and some are in this 182R or 210R millimeter, 182 millimeter rectangular cells. So efficiency up to 23%. We have this multi-bus bar technology up to 16 bus bars, which will minimize the effects of microcracks. TopCon degradation, it's lower, so we can improve our warranties up to 30 years compared with the 25 years of monoperc. The thermal coefficients higher bifacial factor, up to 80%, and we have two different families: top by Haiku 6, which is monofacial glass or glass backsheet design, and top by Haiku, which is the bifacial, which are the bifacial modules. You can see here from the left monofacial modules, which are, let's say, the smaller ones, and then if we move to the right, bifacial modules, where, as you can see, I'm not going to get into all the details, but you can see the specs, technical specs, that you can check later with more time. And I will go through the best or the points that we want to talk about. This module, it's the smallest one. We've got an all black version just in case you want a good aesthetic for residential rooftops. These modules are based on 182 millimeter cell, are monofacial with a glass backsheet design, and they have Here it's up to 25-year product warranty, but stands for a European market. Sorry for this mistake. Modules are a 12-year product warranty and 30 years performance warranty. Performance warranty won't differ, but in this case, the modules installed in Africa will have a 12-year product warranty. This is a little bit bigger module than the one before, up to 470 watt module, monofacial glass. This means having a glass construction will perform better with micro cracks. They will have fewer micro cracks. The fire resistant is much better compared with the glass backsplit. And again, we have an option with a black frame, which will improve aesthetics when installed on the residential rooftop. This is just as the same as the one before, but with a bifacial structure. And one of the main characteristics of this module is it's a transparent module. So you can see through the module. Why this? Because it can simulate an all black for aesthetics for aesthetic purposes. That also can be installed on field as a bifacial module, as I said. That again has the same features, has a product warranty of 12 years, a 30-year performance warranty, and a glass construction. And this one, 60 TB, is a bigger one, up to 550 watts, that has the same specs as the one we just mentioned. Now moving to a bigger size module, we got this CS6WT, CS6.172 TB, which are monofacial modules, up to 590 watts and 620, which, as I said, we can read all the specs, monofacial modules, and then we got same sizes, more or less same power rating, but in the bifacial option. Again, going through here, we have the TS6WT TopCon module based on 1 into 2 millimeter scale, monofacial and glass design, which has a high performance specification to increase the return of the investment, which, as I said, better temperature coefficient, higher bifaciality, and a lower degradation. This one is slightly bigger, has these sizes, which is market standard size. One thing that I am gonna mention now is last year, 9 top manufacturers, the manufacturers agreed to standardize the module sizes for big modules, for CNI and utility scale modules, just to reduce the design cost, the design cost at installation level for ECPs, for installers, because having same sizes will reduce cost when using trackers, using structures. So again, has all the specifications I just mentioned, but here you can see in more detail. And this is the 6WTB bifacial module of the one we saw before. Same specifications. And now we are going to check the CNI and utility modules. Here we got 2 different families, the Top by Haiku 6 based on 182 millimeter cell, and the Top by Haiku 7 based on 210 millimeter cell. All our CNI utility modules are bifacial. The difference, top by Haiku 6, it's the 182 millimeter cell. Top by Haiku 7, it's the 210 millimeter cell. And again, you can see all the differences, all the specs you have here. This we just saw it before, so I'm gonna skip it. The top by Haiku 7, the CS7L, it's a high power module up to 645 watts based on 210 millimeter cell with that dimensions, 2172 long by 1303 wide and a 33 millimeter frame. So again, bifacial modules, bifacial construction, glass, and has this high performance specifications that will go to a lower LCI. And this is our biggest module, the 7N, CS7NTB, which goes up to 715 watts, again, based on 210 millimeter cell. And this is another module that is, let's say, a standard size for the market of what I just mentioned, which will lead to be compatible with most mounting methods in the market. And again, has all the performance specifications to increase the return of the investment. So to catch up a little with the TopCon product families we have, they have more power, which means more power in less space. We have this temperature coefficient increase or better performance, so energy yield will increase in hot climate regions, more power at a high temperature. We have improved our warranties up to 30 years with a low degradation, not more, remember, not more than 1% the first year and 0.4% from year 2 to the year 30, which will reduce your cost installation, will reduce the LCOE, and that will give you a high rate of the return of your investment. To end, I would like to talk about why Canadian, and this is, let's say, it's a quality loop we have. It's a test we do, the OPCT, ongoing product characterization and testing, which is, let's say, like a testing and feedback loop in our process, starting with the selection of quality materials, the production of cells, the CS advanced regeneration technique makes that all our cells more resilient and against degradation mechanisms such as LIT and LETID. So this means that we control these degradations, and that's why we have this low initial values with almost zero lead effect at the beginning, and that will lead to a better performance warranty. All this, we also do it in the module level, controlling, testing, and recording all the data we have, so we can check which materials are best, which manufacturing process is better when we change something, so everything is documented, and we can track which materials, as I said, work best, and that's translated into a, let's say, into a quality standard. We know how our modules perform, so the PAN files we provide are very, very realistic because we test everything on field before putting into the market. And here, as as I said, is all or some of most important tests we do at all the stages we just checked before. If you are interested in having more information on how we perform tests and what are the results, everything it's recorded in a reliability report, but they are available under an NDA. So from my side, I will stop here, and if you have doubts, we can now discuss in the Q&A section.
All right, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Avero. Please, if you still have any questions, send in your questions. So we are moving on to the question session. Please kindly send in your questions to the chat. So the first question. Okay, the first question here that I have with me is by Olubenga Bangoshe. The question says, what is the highest module capacity from Canadian Solar? When will the highest capacity hit the markets? Please, can you take that, Havero?
Sorry, couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat?
Okay. The question says, what is the highest module capacity from Canadian Solar, and when would higher capacities hit the markets?
Okay, right now our capacity it's more or less than let me check. It's in a slide. It's like 60. We're gonna end 2024 with a module capacity up to 61 gigawatts. Our forecast for this 2024, it's gonna be around 42 to 47 gigawatts. It's our forecast, but our capacity is higher right now.
All right, thank you so much for that. The next question by Chinedu Fetos is asking, how can we know the original Canadian models without the QR codes on it? Did you get that? I take it again. How can we know the original Canadian models without the QR codes on it?
Sorry, I really hear you. It's a low quality signal.
Okay, Alvaro, she's saying, how can we detect the fake panels with the legit panels? Basically, that's the question.
Fake
Yes,
panels
that
with
is it.
legit.
Thank you.
Oh, well, we're talking about Canadian Solar fake panels
Yeah,
with
correct.
legit panels. Well, it's the first time I heard this. I will say with the nameplate, obviously, and because nameplates will be unique. Well, they are unique, and obviously with they have to have a serial number that in case you have doubts, you can contact our after sale department and say, okay, I bought this. I would like to check if this module is legit or not. But to be honest, it's the first time I see people or someone could sell fake Canadian solar panels.
Okay, I'm going to jump in quickly, Alvaro. Okay,
Yes.
definitely. Without the QR code, it's difficult. Definitely, that's the first part we need to understand. But there's a lot of fakes Canadian solar partners around. That's guaranteed. And then the only advice that I can say is just to go through our trusted distributors. That's the only thing that I can advise, Just let's stay away from second-hand solar panels. If you really want to buy a legit solar panels, just go through the proper channels. Gennex is there if you need to look for anything into the Nigeria or west of Africa. Go through the legit distributors. But without the QR codes, it's difficult. Unless you have a serial number that need to be checked again on our system. But there's some people that are taking the serial code and still reprinting that as well. So it's a bit of a mission that we're trying to get rid of, but we're gonna get there, definitely. We're going to get there. I don't know if that responds to your question.
All right, thank you so much for that. The next question is by Neil. It's asking, what is the Canadian solar strategy regarding the HJT cells? What is the Canadian solar strategy regarding the HJT cells? That is the question.
Okay. Yes. Well,
Did you get that?
yes. Now much better the quality sound. Yes, about heterojunction technology. As I said, right now, TopCon is in the mainstream and will be mainstream for the next years because it's fast to put into the market, has high efficiency and high reliability right now, but more and more technology will jump in. Heterojunction cells technology is something we already had in the past. Now we are upgrading this technology, and we will in the coming months we will plan to introduce a new heterojunction module. Not sure if will be for the end of the year or for Q1 in 2025. It's something not yet defined, but we are moving and we are developing this new technology along with the TopCon, which is our main right now, our main technology.
All right, thank you so much for that. I'm going to direct the next question to her. The question says, how long do you expect the mono-PEC modules to be in the markets? You get that?
Yeah. Yes. Well, as I said, TopCon is getting fast into the market. Mono-PERC Canadian solar strategy right now is at least this 2024 continue manufacturing mono-PERC cells, and for the next year we will see if there's a demand enough to continue. But as there is demand to produce mono-PERC, we will continue to do it. But I think the trend is to phase it out this year, and next year they will have very little, let's say, very little availability of mono-PERC modules to start manufacturing. Again, there will be stock or whatever. Our strategy is to phase it out or start phasing it out at the end of the year, and then we will see if we can continue if there's a demand or not.
Yeah, but on the third perspective, definitely people already are moving to the TopCon. That's what definitely the market tells us exactly what's going to happen. But selling wise, definitely people are going to TopCon. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now, the next question here is, has the new modules use larger cell sizes? Have you checked to see if the modules are compatible with typical inverters? Should I take that again?
No, it's okay. Yes, well, as you probably know, the bigger the cell size, the cell area, cell surface is, the high current the cell has. So using higher or bigger cells will produce modules with higher current. This has been a discussion in the last year that inverters are not, let's say, going or developing as fast as modules. So we have for bigger modules, obviously we cannot install, for example, a 210 millimeter cell size on a residential, or using let's say a residential focus inverter, because they will not accept the high current. But for residential and CNI modules, we have tested and we have checked with most inverter manufacturers that we are compatible with them, because, as I said, bigger cells implies bigger currents, but obviously some modules are not focused for small inverters. That's common sense at the beginning. But most of our modules have the, let's say, they are compatible with most of the main inverter manufacturers.
All right, thank you so much for that. The next question is actually directed to Gennex Technologies, and it says, what is the cost of acquiring and installation? Actually, for you to get the cost, you have to visit our website, and you can also contact us or come to our head office. We can send you quotes based on your needs. Thank you. Then to the next question. Okay, to the next question. How can I be a distributor? Yes, I think this question is for Gennex, and I know you like to be a distributor to all our solar products. So all you have to do is to contact us at genextechnologies.com. Thank you. Then the next question. Can we have or buy used panels from Gennex Technology or any other distribution company in Nigeria or Africa? For Gennex, we don't sell used panels. All we offer are premium products, and we give you the best. For other companies in Africa, maybe you can get there, but for Gennex, we only sell new products. Thank you. Okay, the next question is directed to Havelu. It says, an appreciation for thank you, Havelu, for the insightful webinar. I want to ask if there is any heat absorbing difference between a blue panel and a black face panel. Did you get that, sir?
Yes, I got it. Thanks. Well, always the darker the module will be, the more heat it will, or the more light it will capture. But having this, as I mentioned, this design according with the IEC 63126, which was the heat resistant module design, we are, let's say, we are qualified to perform or have the guarantee that our module will perform in this high temperature. Obviously, the heat absorption will be higher in a dark module, but the performance will not be, let's say, there's no difference in the performance, because the blue modules, we will talk, I assume you're talking about polycrystalline modules, which have this, let's say, higher temperature coefficient value compared with TopCon modules. So at the end, even if the panel even if the cell it's in a high temperature, it will perform much better than the blue color panel.
Okay, our audience want to know if you have any plans to reduce the price of watts in Nigeria. Currently, your prices are not competitive. I'm directing that question to her. Please, can you help us with that, sir?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that I heard quite a lot, that Canadian solar it's expensive. But to be honest, we're trying our best to be competitive, right? And for a premium quality brand, definitely we're not trying to be cheap, and we're not trying to be expensive at the same time. But definitely, if you try to talk to Gennex, definitely we're gonna come with an agreement and then try to make our customers happy. So if there's any issues that you think that we are expensive, Gennex, you can let us know, and then we're gonna try to fix and adjust the situation. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Now we are going to take one more question because of our time. So, okay, the question says, what rate of transmission loss in percentage is inherent for these PV modules per design? Should I take it again? What rate of transmission loss in percentage is inherent to these PV modules per design? Can you please take that, Havero?
Yes, but I don't understand the question. What rate of transmission loss in terms of what? Of let's say degradation through the years, in terms of temperature performance, working temperature performance. I don't understand the question, because it's I will try to answer both sides. As I said, the temperature coefficient, if it's that in terms of performance, temperature performance rates, is that a module, we test the modules on based on let's say on a 25-degree environment. So the higher the temperature is, the lower the power will the module power will deliver. For example, I'm gonna make round numbers. If I have a 100-watt module, 25 degrees measurement, if it's on 30 degrees, just 5 degrees more, that will mean that we have a round of 98-watt module production. So I'm not sure if it's that what they are talking about. I really don't understand the question. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you need to elaborate a little bit more so we can be accurate on the answer.
All right, I think Casey is offline, but we try to contact him to actually get what he's trying to ask. Then we can pass that across to you.
Yes, and
Okay.
I will come back to him with the answer. Yes.
All right, thank you. So for more questions we are unable to take more questions, but for every question on our products and prices, please, our audience, you can kindly visit our website at Gennex Technologies. And for any information and for these slides, this webinar slide will be pasted on our handle on YouTube. Kindly visit that. Kindly visit our YouTube for the recording. Thank you. Once again, I want to appreciate our facilitators, the person of Ham and Havalo. Thank you so much for making it a day with us, sir.
It's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
you-
Thank you,
you-
Esther, for your time. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome,
you,
and thank
everyone.
you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, Avero.
Thank you.